This is a pretty basic pronoun question. We know that them is plural, this is singular, that is singular, it is singular. However, unlike other questions that we think about singulars and plurals, I'm mostly thinking of the verb agreement rule, we're not allowed to just say, 3 versus 1, A is the answer. It might be, but this and that are different kinds of pronouns. They kind of specify things. It's almost like pointing. So they behave a little bit differently. It is definitely conceivable that they are wrong, but choice D is correct. So I don't want to do that 3 versus 1 thing that you've maybe seen me do when we have verb agreement questions. This is a pronoun agreement question. The rules are a little bit different. So mostly, though, they're better for us because we can usually just hear what the right thing is by thinking about what the pronoun is replacing. Let's just look at the sentence. American poet Emily Dickinson wrote many of her poems on scraps of paper, but she also took steps to collect these works. From 1858 to around 1864, for example, she copied more than 800 of blank into 40 homemade booklets known as fascicles. Okay, what are we talking about? Are we talking about the poems, right? These works, right? The poems. So she copied more than 800 of the poems. Or is it the scraps? Honestly, I don't even know, but regardless, it's plural. So we do have to pick A. So in this case, the 3 versus 1 thing worked, but I do want to stress that was just kind of a coincidence. It won't always work for these pronoun things. So yeah, but I don't know what the it would be, right? The paper, it's scraps of paper. So 800 of the paper. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, there's really nothing else could be here. I think you're probably going to hear this one, but I will say it is tricky. I'm not quite sure what she's copying. I'm assuming it's the poems. So probably that's it, but could also be the scraps. And this is a problem with poems sometimes or with pronouns sometimes, is we don't know what they refer to, though you could easily say that about poems too. Sometimes I don't know what a poem refers to, and we talk about that in other SAT questions.